Hello, here is a typical fiberglass shower that was put in the house when it was in 1995. The wife thought it was too outdated for a modern house, so she wants me to remove it and put in a tile shower. The task of removing the fiberglass enclosure was too overwhelming for me, so I decided to just tile over the fiberglass shower, and therefore I would use the same pan on the bottom, and I would use the existing two walls. I would have to build a wall for the one spot here that's for the glass enclosure, and then in the front here I'm going to build another wall. I am going to remove the ledge in the front here, which is right here. I'll remove this whole ledge right here so it would be a walk-in shower. Here I have the glass removed from the front of the shower, and I'm proceeding to remove the front edge of the shower pan, fiberglass shower pan. I'm using one of those vibrational saws. If you notice, I also have a couple trial pieces inside the shower that I attached to the shower with polymer thin set. And also I have another piece there that's attached with construction cement. I'm going to see which one works the best. Here I just removed the front edge of the shower pan. It was a little bit difficult, but you just have to saw in deeply with the vibrational saw and do a little prying job. Next job is to figure out how I'm going to put fiberglass and a board backing on it. Here I have the backing for the space that I placed in the shower for the lip, and this is right before I install the last piece of backing. Shown is the wall that's been framed and the shower pan that is ready for its fiberglassing. You noticed I used a few of the remnants from the fiberglass that I removed to do the corners, so the corners have the same curvature. I made sure that the forms here are all slanted towards the drain. This picture here shows the fiberglass laid in the shower. The next step I'm going to be doing is framing the far wall here. It goes to the bathtub. Shown is the final framing of the shower. I am now sanding the fiberglass portion of the shower. As you see, I'm sanding it with a 40 grit circular sander, and I'm doing it so that the white is disappearing on a few spots. My next step after this will be to dry fit the shower pan and then install it.
I don't.
The recording?
Oh, yeah, I guess so. Yes. Here is Don doing the shower that I asked him to do years ago, and he's finally getting around to it, and it's going to be absolutely beautiful. The work is incredible. He's doing such a fine job for me.
Shown is the dry fitting of the tile. The corners here will have to be done afterwards. I use what they call a story pole to establish the different heights of the tile. As you can see, we're going to have many layers of tile on the wall there, so I've made myself a story pole, and I'll be marking the fiberglass with marks that show the different layers of tile. I want to explain that before we tried samples of tile on the wall, and I found the best one to be the poly thin set. The other two, which were construction adhesive and also a latex adhesive for tile, weren't not as good as the poly thin set. I think it's very important that for tile to stick on this surface, you need to use poly thin set and really score or sand the fiberglass real well. You could also score it too. I found out that you could use your X-Acto knife and score the tile. I want to explain to you too, the framing I did here was with 2x3s rather than 2x4s. The reason for that is that they would come out to an edge here, which would be a 4-inch edge, which is nice available with this 12-inch tile I have. I had to put the 2x3s together with screws because I'm unable to swing a hammer anymore. We're partially through with the tiling.
I don't want any credit on this.
Here's the wife spraying the tile that's finally been placed on the wall. We are putting the sealer on there so that when we grout it won't be as sticking to the tile as much, hopefully. I put the tile on with a rubber spatula. I used that to dab the polymer tile set onto the pieces, and then I slapped them onto the wall. The recommended way of using a notched trowel and placing the thin set on the wall, and then putting the tile onto that didn't work too well for me because I was not too proficient in getting a thin set from its container onto the vertical surface.
Did your towel have a handicap?
So I finally decided to just put little dabs of the thin set onto the pieces. It worked out better that way too because it did not squeeze through the joints as in the other case. And also was much cleaner for me to do it that way. The shower is now finished grouting it. In the grouting of the shower, I found the process to do, since this is the first time I've ever done it, is to use this small spatula to put the grout into the joints. And then I used this caulking container cartridge, empty one, and I have attached the piston of the cartridge container to a dowel rod, and then I use that to push the grout into the corners, since they were very difficult to put grout in the corners, since the corners are fair-sized corners. It's also noted that this particular corner right here consisted of two skinny pieces of tile, which didn't look too good. So I removed the two skinny pieces of tile, and I used some cement board, and about a 2.5 inch wide cement board, and I just screwed it to the corner of the fiberglass shower. Since the corner of the fiberglass shower has a radius on it, I screwed it to it, and then I attached to the cement board these larger pieces of tile. The process I used for the grouting was to wait till the grout dried a little bit, and then I use a damp rag to remove the excess grout. And I used a rag because I was able to use my fingers to get into the joints and essentially to smooth down the joints. The next process I'm going to be doing here is spraying the shower with a sealer. I did a little bit of it right now just to see how it looked. You could tell the difference between where it's been sprayed and where it hasn't been sprayed. It's been sprayed right here and it has not been sprayed here. So you get sort of a shiny surface where it's spraying at. I tried this ahead of time and it works out pretty good. My next process after I spray it will be to work on the outside of the shower. I have here the one of the drywalls and the other drywall. Right here, this drywall, I have to put a switch in it, and then I'm going to put a light above the shower, because this shower is a little bit darker than a white shower, as you can see. I'm on to the electrical now. Here's the electrical light I'm installing. I cut the wallboard out with my vibrational saw, and I had to use my drill there to drill through that one stud there. The vibrational saw is shown right here. I went and sharpened the edges of this vibrational saw on that side and this side, and it cuts the wallboard like butter. Onwards and upwards. Shown is the finished product of the shower. We still need to get a shower curtain, since this design does let a little bit of water out onto the floor. Other than that, it's basically finished.